Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday morning. All right, so talked about this last night. Putin's speech to Russia was postponed yesterday and released early this morning, Eastern Russia time, Kamchatka. And so obviously we are now reading about this as we wake up. Okay, it's 5:30 in the morning for us. No, I wasn't gonna stay up overnight to watch it and try to translate it at the same time with Mrs. P. That wasn't going to happen. So, as usual, all the fearmongers and war proponents were wrong. I'm not going to say it's a nothing burger, but it's nothing. I mean, you had all these news media, and he's going to declare war on Ukraine officially. He's going to enact the draft. I mean, and that's where I thought it was going to be. So he didn't he didn't even go that far. All right. I'll link this below. And in case you want to know where I'm getting the information from, this is from the official Kremlin website. So there is no spin in it by a CNN or a Fox or any news media. This is the straight stuff, translation of the exact speech and the decree that put out. All Putin did yesterday was declare the mobilization of up to 300,000 reservists. Now, that's huge. Don't get me wrong, okay? But it's no different than what the United States did throughout 20 years of Iraq, Afghanistan, okay? Calling reservists to active duty. Just like here, that's what you sign up for. You want to be a reservist, you want to be a weekend warrior, and I did time in the reserves too. After my active duty, you know that in case of something, you can be called up. That's what you sign up for. Okay, not a big deal. It's like, oh my God, no, I can't go. I have a job, whatever. Then you shouldn't have signed up. All right, but here it is. So they did not initiate a draft. They have the ability to call up 300,000 people. Putin is saying 1% of those will be used. That's 3,000 people. That's not a significant number. Now, if you're one of those 3,000 people, yeah, that's, yeah, hello, you're going to the front lines. Yeah, that's significant. Okay, but just saying. It's not like he said we're going to start a nuclear war. He's said that they'll defend themselves because NATO has said they might use tactical nukes. And of course, Putin said he would back. Don't blame him. Okay? It's kind of the whole idea of the mutually assured destruction type deal. You use them, we'll use them. Now, where this gets interesting is when you kind of analyze what's going on with it. Why do we need to have the ability to decree that up to 300,000 troops can be mobilized? That is a precipice for a full-scale war. Not that it's anything new. Okay, reservists can be called up at any time, at least in the United States. All right, I can't say I know Russian law, but if you're a reservist, you can get called up. So are they planning something bigger in the future? I think they want this over, okay? I think we all want this over. I certainly want this over. I'm sick. Mrs. P and I were talking last night, if it wasn't for this whole Russia-Ukraine thing, chances are the world wouldn't be in the chaos that we are right now. I mean, European energy. Story out this morning that the United States has now announced we will see a liquid natural gas shortage this winter. Told you. Okay. So, here it comes because we're shipping unprecedented amounts of natural gas to Europe. Gee, what does that mean? Supplies down, prices go up. Wow. So, going back to Russia here, you don't start letting troops know, don't start amassing the reservists unless you have something up your sleeve, okay? Unless you were planning on doing something. Common sense tells me Putin's not going to declare war officially, okay, special military operation, big effing deal, but not going to officially declare war while they're at a standstill. I mean, Ukraine just pushed back with the counteroffensive and drove the Russians back. You don't flex your muscles when you're losing, okay? And at the moment, at least in the last week or so, the tide has turned and the Russians are losing a little bit. So what's the natural response? To increase your forces, to increase your strength, to make another push forward. That's what I think he's doing here. You'll see another offensive go forward, but not crazy. Could I be wrong? Sure. I said he was never going to go into Ukraine in the first place. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's doing this because he wants to go into Poland or the Baltics or something like that. I don't know. Okay. What I found interesting in this decree is there's very specific reasons that anybody can be exempted from military service. Okay, this is it. It's not, oh gee, you know what? I'm a conscientious objector or whatever it is. Okay, these are the only reasons. You can go read this. By age, when you've aged out of the military, you're too old according to law to serve. Okay. For health reasons, okay, in connection with the recognition by the Military Medical Commission as unfit for military service, with the exception of military personnel who have expressed a desire to continue military service in military positions that can be replaced by specified military personnel. So if you have a legitimate medical reason that the military accepts, is what they're saying, not your local doctor who, oh, gee, Mary, I'm dating your daughter, so I'll let your son out. I'll give him. No, it's not civilian doctors. This is military doctors going to say, yeah, he's unfit for service. Or you are going to prison. That's it, okay? There is none of this, gee, we'll let you out based on your beliefs or anything like that. You will fight for Mother Russia. Which kind of sounds like nationalism to me, which in my opinion is a good thing, okay? Some people may disagree with me, but if you're not willing to stand up for your country, you really don't have any reason to live there, okay? If you hate it, so, if you don't like it, you're not willing to fight for it, why should we keep you there? Kind of like the same thing in the United States. You don't love this country, you're not willing to lay down your life for it, get out, okay? It's my answer. A lot of you guys will agree with me. A lot of people who don't watch this channel won't, okay? But freedom isn't free. Even in Russia, freedom isn't free. As much freedom as they have. But that's the whole deal with Putin's speech this morning. It wasn't a declaration of war. It wasn't a draft. It was just announcing to the reservists that you are going to be activated. Make your plans accordingly. And this is effective today, okay? So, it wasn't 2 weeks from now. It's like, get your shit in order. Get your household ready for you to be gone because you are going to be put on active duty. Whether or not that means shipped to the Ukraine front, that's not what it's saying. However, I want you to think about this. All those active duty troops that they're sending from, I don't know, the St. Petersburg area or Siberia or anything like that, they have to be replaced for the defense of Russia. Not that Finland is planning on attacking or North Korea is planning on attacking or anything like that, or China. But you don't leave your border unprotected, unless, of course, you're Joe Biden. So, yeah, my guess is a lot of these reservists will go to backfill the positions that are being vacated by active duty personnel who are getting reassigned to the Ukraine front. So like I said, not a nothing burger, but it's certainly not the, oh my God, World War III is going to start tomorrow that you're hearing in the mainstream media. We'll see if CPI numbers are supposed to come out today. This ought to be fun. Pinball out.